Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
This is All India radio station MOKOKCHUNG at 100.9 MHz on FM band. And I'm Benam from the police headquarters, Kohima. I would like to take this opportunity to bring us all our Honorable DGP, Shri T. John Longkumer. Sir, thank you so much for availing your time for us. Today, we will be discussing with him various topics, points of discussion. But before that, I would also like to thank Shri Vishal, IPS, the SP of MOKOKCHUNG, under whose initiative this moment has been brought alive. We will be talking with our DGP, his early life, his struggles, his achievements, and of course his view, as I've already said, about some of the issues here in Nagaland. Finally, he will also pronounce the commencing of the program Police and a Citizen Empowering in Unison. It's a program initiated by the District Police, MOKOKCHUNG, in collaboration with All India radio station, MOKOKCHUNG. So, sir, how are you feeling today?
I'm good. I'm very happy.
Okay. We have heard quite a lot about you, and of course, we have also read in certain books and papers about you. But as we have come together here in front of the camera, in front of the microphone, for all the people to listen and to hear, how would you tell us about your early life?
Well, I was born in a small thatch house in MOKOKCHUNG.
Okay.
That was in the year 1962, September. And I had my early childhood there with my grandpa, grandma, and of course I remember lots of fruit trees, like plums, pears. It was a very happy childhood.
So, sir, as you say, I was born in a humble thatched house. Your journey from a simple thatched house to the biggest chair, the state police force, how would you define this journey?
Well, first of all, I had a lot of support from my parents. Of course, I started my education from KG school. I still have a lot of friends from those early years. Some of them are in the government service here. From then on, I came to Kohima. I studied in Little Flower School for a couple of years. And then I went to Shillong. I studied in St. Edmund School. So I stayed there up to my 12th standard. Thereafter, I graduated from Kohima Arts College.
So after that, how did you start pursuing your career, your IPS career to be precise?
Yeah, well, in fact, I got first into the Indian Revenue Service in the year 1989. And there I stayed for 2.5 years. But I gave the exam again, the UPSC. So thereafter, I got into the IPS in 1991.
1991, and ever since 1991, you have been posted elsewhere.
Yes.
In Chhattisgarh, to be precise.
No, actually, in the start, I was in the Madhya Pradesh cadre.
Okay.
And there I stayed up till the year 2000.
Okay.
Then when the state was bifurcated, made into two, so I opted to go to Chhattisgarh.
Okay.
And there I served for the last 19 years. And then after that, I'm here now. And I'm very happy to be here, back home. I'm almost about to retire. So I say that it is by God's grace and mercy that I'm here. We are all very, very happy.
Glad for you as well. And as you said that you have been out there for 19 years, I cannot help but wonder how you have managed your family life. Has your family always been there with you throughout your
Oh, yes. My wife and my kids were with me always. And in fact, it was a very learning experience for us. And I think that for both my wife and I, there we had to struggle. But the struggles have made us stronger and more wiser.
So now, coming back to your career again, to be very frank and to be very straightforward, there are not many people who just serve in another state, come to our home state, and then suddenly gets to be a DGP or someone. So how to express this feeling?
Yes, it is true that in the year 2011, So a few of us IPS officers, we were given the orders to come to Nagaland.
Okay.
But for me, the state government of Chhattisgarh, they requested me to stay on for a few, months.
Alright.
Then it stretched to years. So that time I could not come to Nagaland. And in retrospect, I think that that was good for me. And I again applied in 2016
Alright.
for Nagaland.
Okay.
But the file, for some reason or the other, it was not approved. Then suddenly in 2018, the government of Nagaland, they asked for my services, and which I just jumped at. So now I'm here.
You seem to be very happy about it, sir. So
Yeah.
really glad for you. Yeah. Now you see that the government there's asked you to stay for some months and things like that. So is there any relation with the name that you were given there as the Shaktiman or the Pastor Tiger? Anything in that relation?
Well, I was in an area where it was very hard.
Okay.
We had a lot of Naxalite issues. And I was in the core of that entire area. So I have served there as SP in all the districts. Then I was also DIG operations. So in some of the media and all that, they may have used that word. It's flattering.
All right. So, sir, how would you define, or how would you bring into picture the state police here and the state police over there in Chhattisgarh?
Well, the organization, the administrative setup, it is the same, I know. And here also, from the day one after I joined up here, so I could just, kind of blend in. Thereafter, like from the lessons that I had learned in Chhattisgarh, so I have spoken with my senior officers here, and we have adopted like certain things which were good there. And also like along with my senior officers, we have embarked on a journey how to improve our state police efficiency, the abilities, how to get new equipment, weaponry, start off training, which was essential for this improvement. So over the last 2 years, we have been doing that.
Do you feel that Nagaland police is doing better than any of the other states' police force, or do you feel that the other states are better doing than the Nagaland state police force?
Well, if I say that we are doing better, like people do say that I'm biased, I know, being from here. But I'll just give you an example. For example, like during elections, over the years, the way that our force has performed outside our state, for example, in anti-Naxal operations in Chhattisgarh and in Bengal, plus also all the election duties we have gone. So we have created such a good reputation that they keep asking for more. This year also, MHA that we won't be able to spare a lot of force because we have our own issues here. We have our own by-elections. But I suppose we are victims of our own success. So this year also we are forced to send about 15 companies for the election duty in Bengal.
Okay.
So that speaks volumes.
So you have rightly said that we also have our own problems here in our state. How would you really look into the state's law and order situation?
Well, law and order situation as of now, as you know, like the last 2 years, we have even been given the best like law and order small states by a national organization also, based on statistics and all that. And one of the reasons is that now we have the ceasefire going on, so that also helps a lot. But in terms of extortion activities, it has been very alarming. So we have also undertaken a lot of drives. And I can say that over the last 2 years, we have also like done a lot. And along with our sister agency, the Assam Rifles, who are doing like great work also, But if you compare the statistics, we are at equal with them, like in the terms of arrest and recoveries and of weapons and so on. So I would say that I'm very happy with my officers and my Jawans. They have been working very hard, and I would say that we have been successful.
So while talking about the law and order situation in our state, the attack of the disturbed area has always been more of a synonym with Nagaland. So what, according to you, could be the reason this, in spite of proclaiming that we are in a very decent or a peaceful environment?
Well, like the Disturbed Area Act, I think it has been here since for decades. And the reasons for that is, I think, is above my pay grade. So I would say that now that the agreement is almost upon us, the solution, so I think after that, we can have a relook at that.
Now that we are talking about a solution very close at hand, how would you presume or see the solution to Nagaland?
Well, yeah, I'm glad you raised that issue because we are also very concerned about it. I've had a series of meetings and discussions with all my senior officers because the ideal situation is that a solution would bring in all the elements, all the various factions and all of them like into it, an agreement, a solution. But we are also aware that certain miscreants would also try to, fill that kind of a void. People who would be interested in extortions and so on. So for that also we have geared up, and I've spoken with all my unit commanders also, all my SPs. I said that we are here to keep the law and order, and we want a peaceful environment, no more extortions. So those who do try to breach that agreement, we will be very harsh. We will come down strongly according to the law of the land.
Other states in India, we see them digitalizing or getting into a newer or modern trend. How far is our Nagaland police emphasizing on such kind of a trending up of the police force?
Yeah, starting from 2018, where I also attended the DGP's and IG's conference. The chief guest was our Honorable PM, Mr. Modi. So, like on that conference, he stressed upon how we needed to digitize the entire department. So from that year onwards, MHA has also given us some sanctions. So last year we were able to inaugurate the first cyber lab down there in Dimapur. And thereafter we have started to have training sessions with specialists visiting us from all over the country. We have already trained about 300 of our officers. So now, because of the COVID, we had to stop. But as soon as the MHA gives us the go-ahead to start the training, we will again emphasize on that. We are also trying to digitize all our records, which we have started. And even our normal police station, we want to digitize also. So that ambition is there, that aspiration is there.
Modernization of our police force is catching up, let's hope, and let's see that with the other states, country, and we are glad for it. But very frankly, as we go more towards the interior of the state, we see that the police force, frankly this is, becomes a little loosely connected to the people, or else the kind of presentation that they give comparatively to Kohima, Dimapur, or be it even MOKOKCHUNG. They are not up to the standard. So if anything about this as a remedy you could do, then what would it be, sir?
Well, I would say that it is not only for the police department, it is in general, because of various reasons. And I think the law and order, the insurgency being one of them, the interior areas, the social infrastructure that is lacking. So in fact, now that under the new government, like national highways have been sanctioned, once like roads can reach the interiors, good roads, then naturally like everything else will flow. And yes, during our training sessions and all that, we do emphasize that from the interiors, like all the SHOs, they should also attend. So it's a step-by-step, kind of a development.
So talking about the social awareness, how do you relate the awareness level of the Naga people in respect to the constitutional rights?
Well, I would say that Nagas are very, very educated. Nagas are very aware, both socially as well as politically. So the awareness level is very high here, from what I've seen. And I've served in Chhattisgarh, for example, which is also a tribal area. But I would say that the awareness here is up there.
So what kind of a relationship would you expect from the people just to bring a very coexisting environment?
Yeah, absolutely. Like nationally also, the MHA led by our UHM, the Union Home Minister, he has emphasized on this aspect, the bonding between the security forces, the police and the citizens should be much more stronger. And then I see that here in our state, the civil societies here, they are very important like to the fabric of our society. They are the ones who raise issues. They are the ones who speak out when like something is wrong. So I have asked my SPs and all that, whenever we have certain social issues, we have to be with them. We are also a part of that society, social environment. So we have to be partners. We have to like communicate with them so that we understand each other. So I think it's very important.
Now, sir, let us also come back to your days of struggle or your attainment of this height. If I may ask you, what was the one or two very significant struggle that you have faced? What would it be?
Well, one thing is that I am also a sportsman.
Okay.
I played football. So some of the lessons that I've learned is from that activity. How you have to really work hard to be a good footballer. Where like you have to go out of your way to ensure that, how to balance your studies and your sports. And also like when others are getting up at 8 a.m., we used to get up at 5 a.m., go for football. So going that extra mile to achieve that excellence. I think in my studies also it's kind of happened. And then in my career as a police officer also it happened. So I would say that is one of the foundations of my success. And the other would be, I would frankly say that it is humility. I mean, I saw that the more humble I was, the more successful I was. And I think these two were the foundation stones of my success.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Sir, among many laurels and awards that you have won, you have been honored with the President's Police Medal for Meritorious Service, and the other one is the President's Police Medal for Distinguished Service. So how would you keep these two medals up front and use it to encourage the youngsters or the upcoming generation?
Well, I would say that for the youngsters, like in any field, whether be it in sports or in studies or in the pursuit of some career, I would say that stay the course. Don't give up halfway. Once you are sure that you have this objective, this goal, stick to that. Cling on to that like a dream or aspiration. And then like if you are sincere, you work hard, disciplined, I'm sure that you can achieve it.
The younger generations in particular just keeps talking about the unemployment issues here in Nagaland. to ponder, you have raised from a mere tash house, as already discussed at one point of our discussion, to this level. Now, how would you use your life as a story to inspire the youngsters or give them a ray of hope, sir?
Well, you see, like, even we have an officer here, Mr. Sandeep Tamgade. Right now he's ADG at them. So he is the son of a police constable. So your humble origins, it makes no difference at all. And I think that we all know those who have worked the hardest, those who have stayed the course. Sometimes in school I have also failed also when I was young. But it didn't stop me. And also, in fact, when I was young, I had a bad stammer also. So, but I've gotten over all of that. And the opportunities that the youth have today, easy access to any sort of reading material you want. Those days, even to get a text for studies, sometimes we had to wait so long. We would order it from Shillong or from Assam somewhere. Somebody had to go there, buy it and get it for us. So those kind of issues, now I'm sure that we don't have that. Secondly, also, there are a lot of distractions today. A lot of time is spent on gaming and all that. No? One has to learn to balance out. You need to give as much importance to your physical health, your mental health, plus how much you have to study, how much you have to work. And of course, I'm saying that you also need your own space for your own games, your leisure and all that. Now, what I'm saying is that should be balanced. You have to, you have to give sufficient efforts, in order to succeed. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your suggestions, and listeners and viewers at the moment, let us all keep in mind what our DGP has to say on that, and again, try to profess and practice that we have just learned from him now. Now, sir, you have also mentioned that your retirement is coming pretty soon.
Yeah.
But before you retire, what would be your target for the Nagaland police to leave behind?
Yeah, absolutely. One is something which is very important, is the welfare. I've reached here and I've seen that the insurance cover for the officers and the constables, Jawans, is quite low. Is merely, I think, less than 5 lakhs. So I've formed a committee with my senior officers. So we have now worked out something with the SBI, plus also with the HDFC, whereby we are looking at a target of free insurance. No premiums will be given. Free insurance of 30 lakhs for each constable who expires in harness. So that way, the families of those, for example, somebody is killed in action, he dies in an accident. So at least that family would get sufficient amount for survival. Secondly, the investigation skills for my officers. You may have heard some cases in Dimapur, sensational. So I'm very happy to say that the Dimapur CP and his team, they have been able to solve all these issues. So it all depends on the investigation of the officers. And also the forensics department also. So from last year, we have started to strengthen the training for investigation, plus the training and the equipments for the forensics units. So in that way, we are taking it step by step. Then, of course, the Nagaland Armed Police, as I have said, they have been doing so well. So now, in order to keep that standard, that very high standard, so we have a CIATS school here. Okay. So we are giving them a training in that school. And then again, coming to the sports. we have a DGP sports company. So last year we did a review. We formed a committee and we did a review and we asked for recommendations from that committee. So like they have given us a report, we seniors have studied it and we have agreed and I have issued orders how that company would be expanded and like how we want to achieve the glory like days of the 70s, where in the IGP football 11, it was famous not only in the state, all over the Northeast and also in the country also. Plus we also had footballers like Siakam who represented India, and also I'm very happy to say that one Havildar, Kilamau, he won the couple of gold and bronze in archery in the World Police Games. So looking at his achievements, we seniors, we decided that okay, we have to motivate him, make him an example. So we have given him an out of turn, a promotion from Havildar to sub-inspector.
Oh,
yeah.
That's a good news.
So right now he's in Shillong, Nepal. He'll be finishing his training before Christmas.
Oh.
He'll return home as a full-fledged sub-inspector now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, sir, it seems you are thoroughly and very dedicatingly working for your department. So I, on behalf of all the people, would like to thank you for your modesty
thank you so much.
and the honesty that you have in you, especially for your personnels, and also for the vision that you have. We hope and believe that you will be able to take Nagaland Police into a new height of achievement and success. So very good luck to you for that also. Yeah, thank you so much for that.
Thank you so much.
Now, the All India Radio MOKOKCHUNG, in collaboration with the District Police Force MOKOKCHUNG and under the initiative of the SP, Shri IPS, has been working thoroughly to bring about this program, Police and the Citizen Empowering in Unison. And I believe, and it is our belief, the teams believe that this will take the people in unison with the police. So would you like to say something about this, sir?
I'm very happy that SP Vishal IPS, MOKOKCHUNG, he has taken off this kind of a program where the bonding between the department and the citizens would be like there, like empowering in unison. So, as I said earlier, without the citizens' support, we cannot succeed. So, and also when we start to work together, so many issues that appear impossible, those also like we can resolve it. So I think the citizen is very important. We are also here to protect the citizen. So unless we know who he is, unless we recognize him, how can we protect him? How can we help him? What are the issues he has? So I think it's very important, and I think it's a great start. So I wish SP MOKOKCHUNG and all the citizens the very best of luck. May God bless you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Well, listeners, we have just had a discussion with Shri D. John Longkumer, IPS, the Honorable Director General of Police, Nagaland Police. So thank you so much for availing your time, and we wish you all the good health and all the good luck. Thank you once again, sir.
Thank you so much.